when I found out I was pregnant, and I knew I did not want to keep it. I went online and researched methods to get rid of a baby. I was quite young then. I was about 19. I think I was about 19, yes. And I was broke. So I went to a pharmacy and I said I want to buy misoprostol. Then I bought it. I went home. I had no doubts because I've always been a pro-abortion person. I wanted to take the drug that day, but then I had this, feeling like for the first time, there's a baby in my tummy. Let me enjoy the feeling for one more day. So I was just trying to lap up all the emotions that came with being pregnant. And then the next day, I decided, okay, I've had enough of the emotions. I don't want this no more. I had already browsed out all the possible consequences, so I knew what to expect. The pains were beyond human comprehension. By morning, I was still bleeding, and the thing that I thought was supposed to come out, I had seen something of that nature, a thick blood in the shape of a bean seed. So it had come out, and I felt like, okay, I'm good. It's out. So I'm okay. So I called my boyfriend up and I said, hey, the baby is out. 3 weeks later or more, I'd started bleeding again. So I decided to go for a scan, and thankfully they found out that there was pieces of the baby still left over in the womb, and so I had endometriosis as a result of incomplete abortion, and I had to get an evacuation ASAP. So I went, I booked with a gynecologist and got the evacuation done. I think that was one of the most painful experiences I've ever had in my whole life. So, but it was over in 5 minutes, and I went home. One day later, the bleeding had stopped, and voila, I forgot I ever did anything like that. And then the second time I got pregnant, more or less knew, okay, this is what I should be doing now. So I didn't waste time. The day I found out, the next day I got rid of the baby. I used the same method as the first, but this time around there were no complications.
It's been about 5 years since I had the abortion, and I'm still battling with the complications. Some of the complications I had was endometriosis, and they had to do an evacuation on me. But after that evacuation, I found it really difficult to have sex because it's very painful for me. Every time I try to have sex, I get this pain like someone is punching me in my stomach, like with a hammer. It's really bad. Sometimes I'll throw up, you know, during the sex. Other times I'll just start crying. And it's really embarrassing because I've seen doctors, gynecologists, and I've done tests upon tests, and they say everything is fine with you, you're okay. I think it was one of my doctors that told me it might be a complication from the abortion I had, and there was nothing they could do about it. So I had to live with this for the rest of my life. The way I manage it is by not having sex at all. So at my age now, I am 25. I I stay away from sex as much as possible unless I can't avoid it. I, it scares me from having serious relationships with anybody because obviously I know I'm going to have sex, or of course it will lead to marriage and I have to have sex. So I'm shying away from that. There's the emotional part where, like, sometimes I sit and I calculate, hey, my child would have been 5 years today, or my child would have been 4 years, and I just push it out of my head. But I can't help but feel sad for a few minutes, like, what if I had kept it? The major complication I had was the one that affected my sex life, and I don't, I'd give anything to not have this complication, not have to be afraid of sex, not have to throw up every time I have sex, not have to cry about sex. But unfortunately, I can't do that.
months ago, I discussed what to expect before, during, and after an abortion, and you can also find this full story in that episode. I will drop the link in the description box. Before you commit that abortion, I will highly recommend that you watch that video. And to all of you out there who have had past abortion experiences with complications, please, we would love for you to share your experiences with us in the comment section. Till I come your way again, I remain your anchor, Dr. OBeLs. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification. And I will see you same time next week, Friday.